Spring is here and we're gonna have this machine for some work around the house this summer, so tracks has to come off, and this time around I wanted to try and just use a few ratchet strap and not that metal monstrosity. And the rear tracks that are kind of slack, and it doesn't really matter because they have such a big bend, they are not prone to come off the tires that easily. Came off really easily just using two small ratchet straps. But you had to remember to undo the bolt for the track lock before tightening things up, and I also tightened it up too much so it jammed on there very easily, so and then just letting go of them, and they fall down kind of. It was a little scary being on the inside of the tires, so on the other side we shifted that. Same procedure on the other side, but here we released the last little bit, both of us standing on the outside, and let them fall down. Have some issues with the microphone I'm using, so we'll see. I might have to look at buying a new headset in the near future, because it has held me back a little. It's some wiring broken there. And then just rolling off the tracks and lifting them over to the side. We're gonna give them a bit of love and store them on pallets over the summer rather than have them just lay in the dirt. The front tracks on the other side that has a lot more tension on them, and also the little wedges that kind of go down on the side of the tires made it a lot tougher to loosen them, but the ratchet straps did the job, so it was a lot easier to work with than the bigger, tougher tensioners. Once they were we couldn't tighten them enough, they needed a little bit of hammering. It's also somewhere on the track locks that made kind of a ridge, so it's a little tough getting them to come undone, but eventually they came out. Letting go, letting them fall down. And same procedure on the other side, letting go at the end and just letting them fall, then rolling back a little until it starts falling. They weren't at the same place, both track locks, so I had my dad go and kind of help the other side fall down before I had to roll back too far and started having a jam of the track folding up on itself, and then rolling forward until things fell off, and then driving across it to be able to lift it, and then stacking them as good as I could on pallets so they can be moved around easier, and also they are a little bit up from the dirt. They will still get rusty over the summer, I would guess, because they will be stored outside. And I want to remind anyone that actually watches my video, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to write a comment. I will try to read them and reply, even if YouTube's social networking isn't the best. When you reply to people, it doesn't always tag that person and so on. And with the tracks off, we folded up the load flex. It didn't really want to go up, all three of them. The first one kind of went before the other two, so we locked that in place, and then I moved the lifting point further out between the two rear ones, and was able to get them up to lock them in place. I'm leaving the other side folded out for now if we're gonna move any of the long parts down to the storage shed. We're overhauling the timber structure. They will probably be folded up, the others also, in the near future, but for now I'm leaving them folded out.